Hello, everybody. Welcome. Let's start our practice. We'll begin in mountain pose. Just making your way up to the top of your mat. We'll take a few moments just to settle in, get reacquainted with your breathing. You might do so by taking a few deep breaths just to feel your breath. Listen to the sound of your breath and using these sensations to help bring you here, to show up in this moment. Notice your inhale and the exhale that follows. Perhaps each exhale just allows you to be more present, that settling feeling. Moving inward, deepening this connection, and doing so by taking this next inhale, feeling breath rise, filling up your lungs. So a nice expansive feeling in your lungs and heart space. And the exhale connecting to your center by pulling belly button in towards your spine as you engage the abdominal lock. Again, a breath in, deep, expansive breath. Exhale, connecting to center. You might also connect by tuning into how you're feeling today. That might invite you to move your body, move in a way where you can get a sense of how you're feeling today and how your practice can assist you today. Let's take 3 more breaths, generating energy to create movement in your body. A reminder to move at your own pace, modify any postures, and even change any poses you need to. Here we go. We're going to inhale, extend arms all the way up, and just treat it like a nice stretch, reaching for the ceiling. And then exhale, fold forward, so hinging at your hips, bending your knees as much as you need to, so you can slowly and carefully make your way down towards your toes. Nice release. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or your knees to rise up just halfway to a flat back, long tabletop. Exhale, slide slowly back down to your forward fold. You can pause at any point, meaning you don't have to go all the way down. Maybe your hands are just resting just below the knees. And wherever you are, just noticing how this feels, what shows up in your body. The stretch in your hamstrings. Maybe there's some tightness in your back, and with this forward fold, there's a nice release feeling. Maybe a little circle with your shoulders to open up through the shoulder girdles. Nod yes, shake your head no. Releasing your jaw, releasing your neck. Good. 2 more breaths. Let's come back to standing, shifting weight into your heels, bend your knees to lower your hips, extend your spine, start to lift, then inhale, reach out and up, reach all the way into the sky. And exhale, you can bring your palms together and down to your heart, or arms down to your side to finish that half salute to the sun. Just pause for a moment. Let's go through that same sequence again, going at your own pace. Inhale, reaching out and up. Good energy in your arms, hands, and fingers. Exhale, leading with your heart. Fold forward. Yes, soft knees. Making your way down under control. Inhale, rise up halfway. Feel the top of your head lead you forward. There's our lengthening. Exhale, melting back down to forward fold, a natural rounded feeling here. Same weight shift into the heels, bend your knees, lift upper body, and then inhale to rise up, reach up, big stretch. Exhale, hands to heart or arms down to your side. Another pause, return to the breath. Holding on to this connection and let it guide you through your practice today. We'll continue with our full sun salute. Move when you're ready. Inhale, reaching into the air. Yes, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up halfway, even a slight weight shift towards your toes, lengthening, moving forward. This exhale, fold. Bend your knees, get low enough so you can place your hands on your mat, near the top edge of your mat, and walk or take a big step to the back end of your mat so you're in plank pose, just drawing the strong straight line from head to heel. Your hips are at shoulder level. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, bend your knees a little and send your hips into the air while your head comes down between the arms. You'll be in downward facing dog. Once you arrive here, make any adjustments as you need to with feet and hands. Just help settle into the pose. Good. Either pause, hold, be in stillness while you breathe here, or add movement here too. Yeah, maybe pedaling the feet. Press one heel down, then the other. A little walking or pedaling sensation. Feel the stretch in your calves, your toes. Let your knees bend. Maybe you want to push a hip out to the side and then the other. Get into your body. Notice. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, bend knees, walk, step, or even hop both feet up to the top of your mat. You'll be in forward fold. Inhale, elongate through the spine. There's our flat back. Exhale, fold again. Weight shift into the heels. Here we go. Bend your knees. Inhale, rising up, reaching into the air. This exhale, take chair pose as we just continue the flow. Moving to our next portion of our sun salute. From chair pose, we breathe in and exhale. Yes, dive out of your chair, back down towards toes. There's forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. That same weight shift towards toes. Come forward, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, hands to the earth. Walk, step, or even hop your feet to the back end of your mat. Another pause here, plank pose. You can take that same shortcut to down dog if you'd like, or finish the push-up with your exhale. You might even modify by bringing knees to the floor first, bend elbows and lower the upper body. Your back bend here can be a low cobra, or go all the way up to an up dog or somewhere in between. And your exhale, downward facing dog. So you get to decide how you want to move from plank pose, eventually into down dog. From down dog, take an inhale and extend right leg up, reaching long behind you. Let's hold that for a moment, just so you can feel the body get a bit longer, reaching. Yes, breathe in. And exhale, let's step right foot to the top of the mat, or just let it land behind the right hand. Turn left heel to the floor. Be sure to shift the weight back into that foot. Good balance between the feet, so you can easily lift your hands, reach forward, and rise up. You'll be in warrior one. Let's just pause here for a moment. Good reach, good lunge. Yes. Aware of the back leg that's kind of turned out, while the upper body is turned forward, so we get a bit of a stretch and opening in the hip flexor area. Let's inhale and exhale, hinge and fold. Bring hands back down to the floor. Step right foot back, plank pose. A shortcut to down dog, or finish your full flow. Maybe coming down to Chaturanga Dandasana. That's the bottom of the push-up. Next, into your back bend, finishing in downward facing dog. Other side when you're ready. Inhale, extending left leg up. Reach and hold. Yes, allow the body to get a little longer. Inhale again. And the exhale, stepping left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel to the floor. That whole right leg turns so you can get the foot to the ground. Shifting weight back, rising up when you're ready. Here's our warrior one. Good reach, good lunge. Again, the back leg is turning outward. Upper body turning forward. Getting that little pull, a little lengthening through the right side of the body. Let's breathe in. And our exhale, folding. Return to the earth, plant your hands, slide left foot back, plank pose. Brief pause just for that realignment. Finishing your flow. Yes, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog into down dog. Or any variation, maybe just that shortcut. Holding here for a moment. Let's just do another lunge sequence. Let's inhale, re-extend right leg up. Reach and hold, get longer. Let's open the hip here. Bend your knee, bring your heel down towards backside. A slight lift of the knee.
will help open the hip towards the right side of the room. Doesn't have to be too much. Inhale. Exhale, unwind, step through, back to a warrior one setup. Left leg turns, heel to the floor behind you, find center, then rise when you're ready. Inhale. Exhale, open to your left, warrior two. Good, nice. That natural kind of adjustment with the feet to get settled in, nice and strong, good balance, good foundation. Warrior two, outstretched arms, active fingers. In our side angle pose, let's reach forward. Angled upper body, we'll rotate the arms here. Yep, reach down with the right arm. Left arm reaching up as you experience an opening in the whole front side of your body. That's the hips, belly, chest. In this lunge, we also get a nice hip opener. Let's move from here. Breathe in. Exhale, turn, fold, bring your hands back down to the floor. Slide right foot back, plank pose. Again, just complete the series as you'd like. It might be different every time. Just meet in down dog, and once you're in down dog, adjust your feet, adjust your hands. Make sure you have a nice long torso. Other side, inhale, extend left leg up when you're ready. Reach, strong straight line. We're opening the hip, bend the knee. Heel down, slight lift of the left knee. Feel a little turn or an opening of the hip to the left side of the room. Coming out, we breathe in. Exhale, we unwind from that twist. Left foot steps to the top of the mat. Right heel to the earth. Rise when you're ready, first warrior. And exhale, opening to warrior two. Adjusting the feet, again, strong foundation. There we go. Tall upper body, strong arms parallel to the floor. Side angle pose, angled upper body. As you reach forward, rotate the arms. Feel free to stay up high. Yeah, your left hand or arm could rest lightly on this left thigh, while right arm extends up. Just feel this good opening. The strong legs, hip opener. Here we go, breathing in. And our exhale to return to the earth. Hands to the ground, slide left foot back, plank pose. Again, decide how you want to get to downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, maybe a couple of breaths here. And then come down to your knees. Sit back briefly in hero. Then off to the side. So you can swing the legs around to the front here. Scoot forward so you can roll down onto your back. And go ahead and draw your knees into your body. Moving into bridge pose, let's plant the feet into the ground. Nice solid connection here. Take a nice full breath in, fill up your lungs. Exhale to help engage your core center. Just giving you strength and energy to lift your hips up off the floor. Either lifting a little bit, you can even slide a block underneath you to sit on or use your hands to sit in as a modified version. A supported bridge pose, or just continue lifting your hips on your own and just noticing the shifts, the changes of sensation in the body. Nice opening through the front body, maybe getting arms and shoulders a bit underneath you just to feel that expansion perhaps across the chest from shoulder to shoulder. Again, lifting of hips and how it amplifies sensation in thighs, low belly, even underneath you, glutes, hamstrings. And this wonderful opening in the chest area. 2 more breaths. After the second breath, just start to soften before you come all the way down. Just wiggle the feet forward slightly and extend your arms straight up into the air. That'll give you more space so you then can come all the way back down to the ground, land safely here, and then extend your arms behind you and the legs out in front. Good lengthening through the spine and through the rest of the body. While we're still on the floor, let's do another pose here. Let's draw right knee into chest and just catch it in your hands. And since your foot is free at the moment, maybe circle the ankle. Circle it one direction and then the other direction a couple of times. And then even flex the foot and point your toes. So as you draw the leg straight up towards shoulder, it kind of has a natural stopping point. We're going to take that leg slightly out to the right side, just a little bit, and then keep gently pulling as if you're taking that knee past your shoulder to the back corner of your mat. Now you can pause here as for your hip opener as a modified half a happy baby pose, or go ahead and take half happy baby pose by kicking the right foot into the air. And if you're able, hold on to the sole of the foot or heel or even the ankle. With that leg kind of turned out to the side, the knee will naturally kind of move downward towards the earth, creating that release and stretch and opening in the right inner leg. Good, 2 more breaths. Just getting into our hips a bit today. All right, let's release. Let's go ahead and re-extend the right leg out onto the floor. So even just coming to a Shavasana, just lying flat, let the feet fall open, legs will relax. Just feel the body settle into the ground. And let's do the other side. So we'll draw the left knee in, just catch the leg with your hands here. Let's get into the foot and ankle. So little circles here, both directions. Flex and point, and if you can, even wiggle your toes. And we'll start taking that left knee a bit to the left side. Doesn't have to be too much. Sending that knee up past shoulder towards the back corner of the room. That's the intended direction. And you can just stay like this. If this is a good enough stretch, stay here. Or go ahead and kick that left foot up so the sole of the foot is facing the ceiling. And then you can hold on to the foot, the sole of the foot or the heel or the ankle. And just breathe. Just hold here and breathe. Just let that natural stretch occur. Releasing any tightness, any soreness perhaps. Even just kind of opening and releasing any connective tissue. Let's take about 3 more breaths on this second side. When you're complete, slowly and carefully just release, re-extend the leg straight out in front of you. Return to that brief Shavasana. Releasing, letting go, disengaging. Taking a breath, using the exhale to help melt into the ground. And then we'll reactivate the body. When you're ready, you'll draw both knees into chest. We're making our way up to boat pose. So you can rock your way up to seated, or even just roll to your side and then press yourself up to seated. And then just guide your way into your version of boat. And as always, I typically start with heels on the floor, feet flex, knees bent, holding onto the legs to help extend spine. And then leaning back a little bit to start adding that tension in the core. You can stay here or lean back more, even lift feet. Okay, holding on for the entirety of the posture, or even free the hands. You can even extend the legs a little bit more. They don't have to be fully straight, maybe just a little straighter. Point your toes maybe. Establishing good connection, core strength, endurance. Let's continue. Breathe in and exhale. We'll cross legs if you can, hands in front. So you can unfold the legs and send them behind you, or hands to the side to do the same thing. Unfold the legs and meet up in plank pose. Strong straight line, nice activated body. Take a shortcut to down dog. Bend knees, hips into the air, head and chest sink. Okay, make some adjustments and then we'll flow. Inhale, extend right leg up. Bend and twist. Let's hold this to get more into that hip. Draw a circle in the air with your knee. It might be a small circle, or if you can, maybe a big circle. Maybe a little of both. And certainly move in that circle or draw that circle in both directions if you can. Just really getting into that hip socket. Finish at the top with an inhale. Exhale, unwind, step through. Back to a warrior one setup, left heel to the earth. You'll find your balance. Then when you're ready, inhale, float up. Exhale, opening warrior two. Settling in right away, side angle, reach forward, rotate the arms, reach high and low. You decide where this left arm goes. It could be straight up, might even be overhead towards the front of the room, but we're going to move here. Breathe in. Exhale, yes, turn, fold, hands to the earth, step back, plank pose, pause for the realignment. Go ahead and just take another shortcut to down dog. Soft knees, hips to sky. Make your adjustments with feet and hands. Soft knees or more bend in the knees will allow your hips to lift a little higher. Hands press more firmly into the floor. Other side, inhale, extend left leg straight up and back. Bend and twist, there's our hip opener. And even more of that hip opener by drawing a circle, small or large or both. Try to draw it in both directions. Opening up the hip. Inhale by taking that leg back up to the top. Exhale, unwind, step through. Left foot to the top of the mat, right heel to the earth, grounded, balance. Float up on the inhale. And exhale, opening to your warrior two. Settling in, arrive in your space, side angle pose, reaching out, angled upper body, rotate arms, reach high and low, or send this top arm in a different direction, maybe overhead or even behind you. We're breathing in, ready to move, exhale, turn and fold. Hands back down to the earth, strong foundation, slide left foot back, plank. Feel free to take another shortcut to down dog or complete the full vinyasa. Finishing the push-up perhaps, find a back bend, and then downward facing dog. Return to standing. So a nice full breath in. Exhale, hop, step, or walk. Feet up to the top of the mat to your forward fold. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, fold. Shifting the weight of your body into your heels, bend your knees. Inhale, let's come up to standing. Reach a bit higher as you're able. Exhale, arms down to your side. Good. Yeah, check in with the body. Take some breaths. Shoulders, elbows, wrist, fingers. Check in with your hips. Maybe side to side or circles, knees, ankles, toes. Okay? From here, moving into tree pose, getting into a balance, of course, but seeing it also as a hip opener. So soft knees, shifting weight into your right foot, nice planted foot into the ground. We inhale, get tall, breath rising, fill up your lungs. Exhale, core connection, yes, to help for that balancing. We lift up left foot, flexing the foot perhaps, nice strong leg. We'll swing that knee out, okay? It's that same kind of, getting some good mobility in that hip when we do swing it out. Then placing foot on the inside of your standing leg, high or medium or low. Use the ground if you need it. Then inhale, let's reach arms up as you're able. Reach high, good stretch. Even if you bend elbows, still have active hands and fingers and energy moving through your fingertips and even through the crown of your head. Gazes forward, or drop eyes downward so you can actually focus on something. Maybe that's something on the floor out in front of you. Good balance, and here's the hip opening right here. Hips are square, they're facing forward. Let's keep the arms as they are. Let's swing this left knee forward, closing that gate, lifting the knee, flexed foot. Yeah, plant the foot into the ground, rebalance on 2 feet, and go ahead and bring your arms back down to your side. You're finished. Let it go. Make your way back to mountain pose so you can establish the balance on 2 feet. Soft knees, shifting weight into the left foot, feeling grounded, feeling strong. Inhale, get light up top. Exhale, core connection, more strength. Okay, and
Lifting right foot, flexing the foot. There it is. Swing the knee out. There's our hip opener. Even if it doesn't go all the way, it doesn't have to. Go out to the side. Placing foot on the inside of your standing leg. High above the knee or below the knee here, or even lower. Use the floor if you need it, no worries. Inhale, reaching up. Good extension, getting long through the sides of your body, front and back. Focus is forward. Or eyes can be dropped down, not the head, just your eyes. Want the neck to be nice and long. Feeling lifted, feeling light. Don't forget the breath, exhaling, connecting to center. We'll keep the arms as they are. We'll swing this right knee forward now, lifting knee, flexed foot. Plant the foot into the ground, and we'll bring the arms back down to the side. Shake it loose, take a breath, let it go. And starting again in mountain pose. Continuing our flow. Inhale, reaching out and up. Exhale, chair pose, sending weight back into hips and heels, maybe taking a deeper seat, just a little bit deeper than the first time you were here. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, dive out of your chair, back down towards toes, forward fold. Release head, neck, and shoulders if you're able. Inhale, rise up halfway. There's our long spine, our flat back. Exhale, fold all the way down. Plant the hands into the earth. Hop or step or just walk the feet back. Plank pose. Come down if you'd like to. Chaturanga Dandasana. Just going through a nice vinyasa flow here, but go at your own pace. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Or whatever vinyasa you chose to do, yes, to get you to your down dog. Still moving. Inhale, extend right leg up. Just a quick bend and twist. See if you can just twist open a tiny bit more. Then unwind, step through. Back to warrior one. Left heel to the earth. This is all the same. Find your balance. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, opening warrior two. Let's just change this up slightly by reversing the warrior. Right arm reaching up into the air. Maybe slightly behind you just to get a bit of a side bend through the right side. Good extension. There it is. Good openings. Wonderful. Okay, our big cartwheel or windmill out of the pose. Around and down to the floor in front with the hands. Plant the hands. Slide right foot back to meet the other. Finishing your vinyasa to get you to down dog. Modify it. Change it up. Skip it. Other side. Inhale, extending left leg into the air. Quick bend and twist. Heel down, knee up. Maybe twist open a bit more as you're able. Unwind, stepping through. Left foot to the top. Right leg turns, heel plants. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open, warrior two. Establish the foundation. Let's reverse our warrior. Flip left palm up, reach up. It might just be up, might even be reaching forward. Maybe it's straight up, maybe it's slightly behind you. Just depending on your hip, the arm, the side of your body. And our windmill out of the pose. Round and down to the ground. Slide light left foot back, plank. Complete your series. From down dog, maybe just hold for a breath or two. We're going to make our way back down to the earth and do some more floor work. So bring the knees to the ground, sit back briefly into hero, then off to the side, legs to the front. We're going to lie down again. We'll bring the knees in. Some movement as it feels good. Little circle of the feet, get into the ankles. Kind of warming up the ankles a little bit. One of our featured poses today, we haven't done it yet. It'll be pigeon pose, and kind of need some good flexible ankles for that too.
All right, let's bring the feet to the floor. Before we get to pigeon, we're going to do a reclining pigeon pose, which is the nice alternative to the classic pigeon posture, but the more formal name of this posture is eye of the needle pose. So let's set it up. So feet are on the floor, knees bent. Let's start by crossing left foot or left ankle over right thigh. Okay, right here. And use your left hand to kind of push that left knee forward, or like you're trying to push it away from you. And just notice if there's any sensation that shows up with that push of that leg away. Okay. This could be the end of the pose, or you can lighten up that push, lift the right foot off the floor. That left hand is now thread, and you're going to take that thread and go right through the needle, just through that space, and then just clasp fingers around the right shin or the right hamstrings. And of course, you get to gauge how intense you want this feeling in the hips and legs. The closer, of course, will provide more sensation perhaps in your left leg, your hip, your glutes, wherever it might show up for you. I'm going to add some extras here. These are optional. And the first one is to maybe extend the right leg into the air. You'll just need to hold onto the leg with your hands here. Maybe a light flex of that right foot. Heel reaching for the ceiling. And if you can, maybe free the right hand. Maybe it's the left hand. So maybe you can grab the calf of that extended leg. Maybe you can even reach the ankle or even the toe. And start sending that leg or the foot towards the wall behind you. And just notice that hamstring stretch perhaps that's occurring in that extended right leg in the air, in addition to the hip opener. This is an option. We're going to just go back to keeping that right knee bent. A couple more breaths. We're going to do something else with this pose. We're going to turn this into a twist. We're going to keep the legs as they are. Leg crossed, hugging the legs in. But you're going to turn to your right. Okay, a little twist to the right until this left foot maybe reaches the floor. And that left knee is pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Left arm just extended out to your left side, or even behind you, whatever sensation is going to work best for you. So we have a bit of a twist. And even to add more sensation, use right hand and try to push that right knee forward and just see what shows up there. And then one last thing, if you're able, let's see if I can describe this. I also teach and offer Thai massage or Thai yoga massage. And so a technique here, if I can explain, you would take the heel of your right hand, okay? And there's kind of this space between your muscles just on the inside of your left leg, okay? And I'm just kind of pushing, kind of massaging in that space. So I'm kind of pushing the hand into the leg into my hand, and just kind of getting into that separation. And what that targets is just fascial tissue or connective tissue that can get bound up in the legs, in this case. Alrighty, finished with that. Let's come back to center. That left leg is still crossed, right foot's on the floor. Okay, let's extend the left leg straight up into the air, flexing the foot. With an exhale, engage your core, then slowly bring the straight left leg out and down to the floor. Go in slow motion. That leg strength, that hip strength, core strength to get it all the way down. Once the ground has been met, go ahead and extend the right leg out in front of you. Come to Shavasana. So a lot here on the floor. Starting with that hip opener, reclining pigeon, or eye of the needle pose. Let's get set up for the other side. So we'll bend the knees, plant the feet. We'll cross right ankle over left thigh. You might even flex that foot just to give it a little bit of energy. We'll start by using right hand and pushing right knee forward and just noticing how that might, what kind of sensations show up there. And then we're picking up the left foot. Take your thread and go through the eye of the needle, holding on to left shin or hamstrings. Gauge how intense you want this pose to be on this side. And whatever that is, be sure you're breathing with that sensation. And this could be the end of the pose, just like this. Those add-ons. You can try that left leg extension if you'd like, even if it's just for a few moments or a few breaths. Extending the left leg, flexing the foot, heel reaching for ceiling. That could be the end. Or take a hand, just a free hand, and see if you can maybe grab calf or ankle, or maybe you can reach the big toe. Ooh, I can barely reach it. Okay. Get a little stretch here. Oof. Big stretch. Couple more breaths and we'll move into that twist in a moment. So if that left leg was extended straight up, just bend the knee again. Might need to unthread the needle here, then twist to your left until the right foot touches the ground. Right knee will point up towards the ceiling. Right arm can extend out to the right side or behind you, towards the wall behind you, just to change up that sensation. Left hand might push right knee forward. Now for me, because my right leg happens to be a little bit tighter today, I can really feel that change. I think my hip likes this. And then if you want to try that Thai massage technique of the heel of your left hand, just kind of working up and down the inner right leg. It's really from hip to knee and back down. Finding that separation in the thigh. You'll feel it. It's the muscle separation. It's like a little cavernous, or like a little canal running down the middle of the leg. Just put a little pressure into it. Hand into the leg and then push the leg back into the hand just to get that pressure. 2 more breaths. Let's return to center. Left foot might still be on the floor, but the right leg is still crossed. But now let's extend that right leg straight up as you're able, heel reaching for the ceiling. Nice stretch there. Inhale. Exhale to help engage core, so you can now slowly take this right leg back down to the floor. Slow motion. So it's that leg strength, hip strength, core strength to allow all that to occur. Once it's made it down to the ground, extend left leg out in front of you. Rest for a moment in Shavasana. Back to boat. Let's reactivate the body. Draw knees in. You can rock your way straight up to your seat or roll to your side. Press. Boat pose. Find the version you'd like here. Ready to move, we'll take a breath in. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front or to the side. So we can get the legs back behind you. Plank pose, strong straight line. If you'd like, just take a shortcut to down dog. Okay, lying on our backs, we did reclining pigeon. Let's get into more classic version of pigeon. Let's inhale, extend right leg up, bend and twist. As we unwind with the exhale, let's send right knee to the floor behind the right wrist, angle the leg. This is why we want flexible ankles, right? Set the left knee onto the floor, crawl back using left knee and toes, shifting back so you get settled into your hip, getting the sensation you desire here. Inhale just to extend the spine, even feel like you're going to move forward. You might even look forward and exhale, crawl forward, but you automatically come down. And as you start to settle in, just notice how this feels for you today in your right knee, ankle, hip. If you need to or want to, you can just go back to lying on your back and do the reclining version again if you want. If you're in this classic version, just notice how this feels. Use props if you need to support your body. It might be your right hip. It could even be your forehead, giving you something to rest your forehead on. You can even, if you happen to have a pillow or a cushion or a bolster, you can even tuck it underneath your torso. Just lie on top of that. It's quite common just to hold the posture, just be here in stillness. But if it feels good, if it just feels natural today, to add some gentle, very slow movements as an act of maybe massaging to help release any tension that might be settled in the hip or your glutes or your low back. Check in to see if there's a little bit more space to move into. That might mean just crawling the left leg back a tiny bit, if at all, and even lifting upper body just slightly to try to move forward. And even just those minimal movements creates more sensation, even deepens the posture. Let's take 3 more breaths. After your 3rd breath, just moving in slow motion. If you're all the way down, just use your hands to help partially lift the upper body. Maybe something like this, not a full pigeon pose, but maybe just an angled upper body. And then send or sit way over to your right side. So you can bring this left leg around to the front. I'm just going to face you. Bring the soles of your feet together for a cobbler's pose or bound angle, just to find some alignment in the hips for a moment. And you can sit up nice and tall. Feel free to fold forward, even just slightly. We're not going to be here too long, so it's just more transitional, but a way to get into the inner legs in a more balanced fashion. A couple more breaths. If you are folded forward, just hinge your way back up or roll up, just making sure you have a nicely extended spine at the top. And then moving into boat. So once you're tall, start leaning back. If you can, bring the knees together. Maybe the feet will float up. Again, just as a transition, we're inhaling, good lift and lengthening of the spine. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front or to the side. You can get the legs and feet back behind us. Pause here in plank pose. Building strength, reclaiming length in the body. Take another shortcut to down dog if that's what you did the first time, or even feel free to move through a vinyasa. Other side, inhale, extend left leg up, bend and twist, and here comes pigeon pose. Unwind, send left knee down to the floor behind the left wrist, angled leg, it's about 45 degrees perhaps. Set the right knee onto the floor. Use right knee and toes to crawl back or shift back. It's the same thing that we do when we shift the weight back to that back foot to get balance, to find center. That's what you're doing here, just in a lunge in pigeon pose. Find what the sensation that works for you. Then extend spine with an inhale. Exhale to fold over. Settle in, make any adjustments as needed. Check in, make the assessments of how is this going to be in the long term. Can I hold this? Okay, if not, maybe just be here briefly and then modify the pose.
either coming out of it or choose an alternative, something like the reclining pigeon. Certainly don't want to be in a pose that is causing harm. That might just mean just softening up the pose. If this is a pose that feels good to you typically, but maybe there's a little stubbornness in the knee or ankle today, or a little nagging pinch or something, then just soften things up. Using props to support you. The invitation to add movement if that feels right to you today. Whether you're using a prop or moving or holding in stillness, you're always breathing. Maybe going deeper, only if you've made a bit more space in this pose, in your body. Maybe the right leg, using the knee and toes behind you to crawl that right leg back, getting more into the hip flexor perhaps. If your back feels slightly rounded, just simply lift the head and chest. Feel like you're going forward, leading with the chest, and then come back down. And notice if that created more sensation. We are holding these poses, but if you've met your limit on holding this posture or any posture, always feel free to come out of it earlier. Let's take 3 more breaths here. After your 3rd breath, moving in slow motion, start lifting chest and belly, prop yourself up onto your hands out in front of you. Keep the upper body at an angle so you don't have to come up to that back bend feel of the posture, and then sit way off to your left side. Now this back leg, if we kind of break it down, I'll just break it down for you here. So it's kind of straight back behind me, but as I sit off to the left, it spirals open, okay? To come back to the inside. So it's a nice outer rotation of that leg to get you back to this posture. Cobbler's pose. Baddha Konasana, nice and tall in the spine. Feel free to fold if you'd like. We'll just go through one more vinyasa flow just to get the body moving, and we'll just be making our way back down to the earth. So from here, back is rounded in a folded fold sensation. Either roll up or lift chin, look forward to help extend spine and hinge your way up. Feel tall at the top, then lean back, bring knees together. Lift the feet back to a boat. Transitioning, inhale. Lift, exhale, cross hands in front or to the side. Unfold legs, get legs back behind you, plank pose. You can always take that shortcut again, or maybe finish the push-up this last time. Chaturanga Dandasana. Here's our back bend. Meeting in downward facing. Here we go, one last flow. Inhale, right leg up, bend and twist. Unwind, step all the way through, back to warrior 1. Left heel to the earth, find center. Rise when you're ready, first warrior. Exhale, opening, warrior 2. We'll reverse the warrior here, right hand out, then up, maybe slightly behind, big stretch, windmill out and down to the floor. Both hands back to plank pose, flowing at your own breath pace. Chaturanga Dandasana, hug elbows in towards ribs if you are finishing that push-up. Up dog, heart opens. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, nice additions there. I like that tossing into that child's pose. Inhale, extend left leg up, bend and twist. Unwinding, warrior 1, left foot to the top.
Good solid foundation, right heel to the earth. Flow up when you're ready, first warrior. Exhale, opening warrior two. Reverse your warrior, reach up. Maybe behind, side stretch. Open, stretch and release. Cartwheel out of the pose. Moving with breath, plank pose, pulling left foot back. Finishing the vinyasa. Hold for a moment in down dog. And then making our return to the ground. You can hop forward, cross legs, and take a seat, or just kneel down like we've done before. Let's get the legs around to the front. Lying down, let's draw knees in. Going right into a twist. Let's take the knees over to the left, right arm out to the right. This does affect the spine. Notice where in the spine you feel this. This also can affect the hips. So notice if it does for you. Even changing the quality of this rotation, several things. If you need to lighten the twist, maybe you have a prop either between the knees or underneath that bottom leg so you're not over rotating. If you want more, maybe you're crossing one leg over the other. It doesn't matter which one. You might do right over left. You might even try left over right. See what that feels like. I think the left over right adds a little bit more of a pull sensation. That feels okay. Just again, making sure you're not over rotating. Okay, let's take 3 more breaths. When you feel complete, no rush, of course, just coming back to center. Hug the knees in, perhaps, or even just set the feet onto the floor. It's another nice, wonderful way just to help settle. Everything can relax easily. And whenever you feel ready, we're taking knees over to the right, left arm to the left. You can even change that left arm position. It could be just straight out to the side, or even behind you, towards the wall behind you, just to get that length down through the left side. Notice how that affects your back, maybe the hip, your shoulder. Okay, change the quality of the twist, modifying the rotation if it's too much by using props, or adding more to the sensation by crossing one leg over the other. Three more breaths. If you need more time on the second side, do take the time that you need. But when you feel complete, just return to center. You might hug the knees in towards body, and then maybe just set the feet onto the floor so that everything can settle. We're at the end of the practice. Feel free to move right into Shavasana to finish, coming to your restorative position, or if there's any other movements you want to add here, maybe another back bend or a leg extension, a twist, hip opener, whatever you would like. Add those last movements. And being sure you give yourself a little bit of time for complete rest, release, and relaxation. Taking this moment of meditation.
Return to the awareness of your breath. Notice your breathing. And as you're getting reacquainted with your breath, take 5 slow, deep breaths. Feeling this pranic energy return to your body, perhaps a new energy that's being generated. And then feel movement return to the body as a response to that energy flow. Having moved through this practice, our pigeon poses and some work on the floor, just to get into our hips and legs. Maybe you found release, relief, a softening of the body, an unbinding. As you feel movement return, take your time and slowly roll to one side of your body. Just pausing for a moment in this nurturing pose. Staying with the breath. Let the breath stay with you. And then continue to move in slow motion. Just carefully guide your way up to a seated position. And once you're here, just sit up as tall as you can. Nice lengthened spine. Relaxing the shoulders, arms and hands also relaxed. And as you're able, see if just for a few seconds, can you come to complete stillness? You're welcome to stay just like this, or bring hands to heart center. And wherever you are, taking one more full and complete breath in, filling yourself up, and exhale. And as we come to the close of our practice, we bow, saying, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.